From parents forcing kids to quit over a controversial item to Epic's worst lawsuit, here's 20 things that almost killed Fortnite. On August 13, 2020, Fortnite will wake up to 73 million players lost in an hour, the first of many blows that would nearly bring the game to its knees.
The billion-dollar battle over one of the most popular video games in the world, Fortnite.
Taking a swing at Apple, appearing to deliberately break Apple's rules. Apple then
removed the game from the online app store.
A permanent 20% discount on V-Bucks prices labeled Epic's direct payment would cause anything related to Fortnite on the App Store to be removed within an hour. This began a court battle that would last for years, with the judge ruling that Apple doesn't have to unban Fortnite. It was revealed that Epic had 116 million players on mobile devices, and in just a day, all of these people were tossed aside. And it's not just Apple stopping people from playing Fortnite, because parents have forced their kids to quit after a recent controversy. Smoking is canon of Fortnite, and you're able to find cigarettes in Chapter 2. I mean, for a teen game, it's not exactly the best thing to have lying around. And that was just the start of features that would cause parents to really worry about Fortnite, because last year a new emote was released in the item shop called the Bear Hug. A seemingly innocent emote at the time, but there is a horrifying side effect, because it turned out that if you did a bear hug while the other person was crouched, it looked the opposite of family friendly. Epic Games had to quickly disable the emote while they worked on a fix, but it was too late. These clips had already gone viral. And something that seriously almost killed Fortnite was a problem that has been talked about in the community for the past few years: collabs. In terms of cosmetics, everyone really likes crossovers, but sadly, there has been some big issues with Fortnite's Metaverse. Since Chapter 2, crossovers have become more regular with each season, now making up over 50% of cosmetics, and this has caused original skins to be left behind. What used to be a game with so much personality now has Darth Vader and Doctor Strange as main characters. It caused a lot of players to feel burned out and made many think that Epic is just trying to cash in on these collaborations. And while Epic has plenty of time to add new crossovers to the games, why is it that Fortnite seasons are getting longer and longer? Some of these seasons don't even have any live events or map changes, and this has caused thousands of players to quit. And for another huge problem that's been around since day one, the spray and pray meta has been the last straw for a lot of players. Fortnite is always adding new weapons, but a lot of them are mostly designed to spray, and with the lack of powerful shotguns, it makes them even more overpowered. I mean, back in the day, the spray meta was 10 times worse, with people spamming L2 to practically aimbot ya. While getting sprayed is frustrating, it didn't break your game as much as hackers. Now, it's actually quite rare to come across a hacker in Fortnite 2022, but in the early days of the game, this issue almost killed Fortnite for good. While other games like Warzone have become infamous for their hacker problems, Fortnite could have been in that spotlight instead. Back in the day, there were tons of people using hacks, and a lot of tournaments look like this.
I killed him.
Did you?
I just killed the cheater.
No, you didn't.
Well,
yeah, you did.
And it wasn't the only way that people were gaining an advantage. In 2019, Fortnite released a superhero bundle that would let you create your own costume. But they overlooked a huge problem. You could create an entirely black or white outfit, allowing you to blend into cars and walls, and people were furious about this.
Oh my god. What?
And while Epic changed these skins and gave out refunds, the entire community was affected by overpowered vehicles. I mean, throughout Fortnite's history, we had extremely broken items like the OG Ballers and the X4 Stormwings, but none of these made players quit like the Brutes did. Arguably the most hated item in Fortnite, Brutes were so overpowered that hundreds of content creators and pros quit the game overnight, swearing to never return unless the mechs were vaulted. This forced Epic's hand, and the Brutes were removed. And that's the tip of the iceberg. Even as we moved from Season X into Chapter 2, Fortnite was still at a very tense point with the community. The mech issue was solved, but with a new island, people were finding insane ways to get unlimited wins. You remember this? That Slurpy Swampy could sit in the river all game and avoid storm damage. Meanwhile, others were using choppas to camp in the sky or healing themselves with a 0 point. It was a big problem. People got even more frustrated when rift zones were introduced to Fortnite. These areas had crazy features like banning builds, turning you into props. There was a rift zone that would force people to dance, and here's how we all felt about it.
no, we're chilling, we're chilling.
I'm dead. I got one shot.
Hello there.
Taco time!
Safe to say, not exactly a popular choice. But even rift zones were nothing compared to one of the most broken weapons that Fortnite has ever added. In fact, the Infinity Blade is so infamous that I don't even really need to explain why it was so bad. You already know. It was so broken that it ruined entire tournaments. And speaking of competition, when Fortnite Battle Royale was released, it was in response to PUBG. At the time, PUBG was only on PC and cost money to play. So this was a huge opportunity for Epic, releasing Fortnite not only on consoles, but for free. As Fortnite got even more popular, the competition started rolling in, and since it came out, we've seen other companies try their own spin on Battle Royale with games like Apex Legends and Warzone taking millions of players from Fortnite. In fact, when Apex first came out, everyone was worried that it would kill Fortnite and take its crown, and well, I think we're not exactly there yet. Well, some decisions from Epic Games have definitely pushed a lot of players to other games. One of those was Chapter 2 Season 6, the Primal season. Arguably one of the most controversial seasons that Fortnite has ever done, thanks to the wildlife, crafting mechanics, loophole, of course the map too. A lot of problems with this one. A season is temporary, but changing the core mechanics of your game can last forever, which is why Epic Games almost ruined Fortnite in 2019. Around the time that the community was already leaving the game because of mechs, another decision was made to remove turbo building from Fortnite. At this point, it was just too much for the player base. On Twitter, Fortnite posts were flooded with comments demanding to see turbo builds return, and people just straight up quit the game. So luckily they listened, otherwise the situation could have destroyed the relationship between Epic and its players. Certain combinations of weapons have historically been combined to create OP strategies that Epic have had to step in to seriously nerf or remove completely. And honestly, Fortnite makes some great decisions sometimes. Like just this season, new weapons would be released, and within a week they'd already be tweaked or changed after player feedback. It's amazing. But sadly, even with the incredibly fun and balanced weapons, that doesn't stop people from combining them with other items. Some of Fortnite's most infamous moments have been caused by combos like the recon scanner and the railgun. I mean, it practically gave you wall hacks. And it continued with items like the Venom Mythic and Pump Shotgun, where you could just drag enemies to their death. What about when combining a double barrel and grappler would just completely catch them off guard? But a problem that nobody expected to happen was the arrival of bots. When they first started to appear in game, they were pretty newbie, and there are a lot of them making wins like super easy. Well, people would go create new accounts just to farm these bot lobbies, and it ruined the game for a while. Just when the problem got solved, a new one began to appear, because over the years, the bots have gotten stronger or better. Some of them even crank 90s now. Soon, we might see bots becoming too strong, so I hope there's a balance here, Epic. Speaking of being too good, one of Fortnite's biggest issues is still around 2 years later. Ever since the introduction of skill-based matchmaking, thousands of players have quit the game. It's become way too competitive. A lot of those who quit came back to play zero builds, as it has fixed the problem. But if you want to play a regular old match of Fortnite, coming up against tryhards remains one of the game's most frustrating features. To this day, Epic have refused to get rid of skill-based matchmaking. For those like me who have been playing all these years and still haven't quit, Fortnite is making it pretty hard to hold on to the past. As the game moves on and new items release, Epic has been saying goodbye to some of the most classic weapons in Fortnite. OG items like the Scar have been gone for months, and the pump attack shotguns have also constantly been removed and re-added whenever Epic feels like it. These three items are so iconic that the game actually feels less enjoyable without them, and it's a huge reason why players hate the loot pool of Chapter 3. Not exactly as hated as zombies in Chapter 1. These things actually cause people to quit the game. Over and over again, Epic used to add zombies, ice storms, even shadow creatures into the game, and we were forced to fight them. Of course, this is in core modes, and there was no other way to play the game at the time. Now, thankfully, they learned their lesson and keep huge changes like this in separate modes, although we did have a week where nobody could build, and that was interesting. But thanks to Fortnite and the Unreal Engine, Epic Games have made billions of dollars over the last few years. It's remained one of the most popular games on the internet, but throughout the pandemic, we had other titles taking over, like Fall Guys and Among Us. These two games are all anyone could think about, and Epic Games were not happy about it. Every big streamer and creator in the world had turned their attention away from Fortnite, and they had to do something about it. Creating imposters, Epic ripped off Among Us and decided to capitalize on its success, causing a huge controversy. It brought a lot of players back to Fortnite though, and they were able to officially collaborate with Among Us a year later. Well, as for Fall Guys though, they chose the nuclear option. I mean, if you can't beat them, join them. And so on the 3rd of March 2021, Epic Games acquired Mediatonic, making Fall Guys theirs. Pretty good way to stomp out the competition, and those make 20 things that almost killed Fortnite for good. Hope you all enjoyed. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.